This is probably one of the craziest stories I've ever heard, bro. And I don't know how some of y'all do it.
I'd have had bodies blow up in my face.
What?
Literally. I mean, yeah, summertime people,
Yeah.
they decompose, they swell. So when you go to move them, they pop. So, I mean, literally, man, I had bodies blow up on me. I done grabbed a guy trying to get him out the seat. He stuck to the seat. His arm just basically ripped out of his socket, and I'm holding his arm.
Oh,
Like, shit happens, but it does not, it don't bother me.
bro, I don't know how people like this do these kind of jobs, bro. Like,
But, like, you put some rotten fruit around me, I will fucking lose it.
It's crazy. It's
With
like being
maggots
scared of
and,
a mouse.
and all of that, man. Beetles. I'm scared of beetles.
Why are you scared of beetles, bro?
So I had a call in Cameron, Missouri. A dude jumped off a cell phone tower up there. The only cell phone tower driving into Cameron, Missouri. You see it just driving down this. He jumped off the cell phone tower.
bro,
Dispatch gave us a call. I get up there. They tell me the body was in a concealed container. I'm in a spare van, so I don't got no body bags, no nothing. So I had to wrap this dude in sheets and drive him back to Jackson County to the medical examiner's office at off of 23rd Street. It took me 4 hours to drive from Cameron, Missouri to here. There was over 1,000 black beetles in the van that had crawled out of this dude's body. They were crawling up my legs
Oh, nah.
while I was driving down the highway.
Ugh.
I had to pull over at the gas station, try to get some Clorox wipes to try to separate the van, thinking that the smell would, man, it was, they had to get rid of that van because it was just fucking bugs they crawled out of this body. But the doctor had said when they had did the autopsy, had to freeze the body to kill off all the bugs. But he said that was the most bugs that he had ever seen come out of the body after they had froze it off.
I don't know how some of y'all are built to handle jobs like this. Morticians, I was a personal care aide, a CNA, but not a CNA. I was a personal care aide for 2 months. I quit that shit. I can't deal with body fluids and like there's like barbers and beauticians that when people die they go and they get their hair, they do their hair and all. Bro, I don't know how y'all do that. And I'm so glad y'all can because I know my limits. I can't do that shit.
Including the 1,000 beetles that was probably in the van.
Ah.
So I'm to this day, man, I'm terrified of black beetles. I'm terrified as hell of black beetles, man.
Bro, could you imagine a body popping in your face, bro? Could you imagine that? A rotten body exploding and getting all in your face. His mouth was probably,
Don't you feel like I'm not going to say it feels weird, but don't you feel it's kind of odd that you can scrape brain matter off of a concrete?
Bro.
You can pull a guy's arm completely out of socket. Almost like one of those old, comedy movies where the arm is just shaking in their hand, literally detached. Yep. You can pick up infants, youngs, all of these things, but anything that rotates around it, rotten fruit, beetles, or anything that was associated with that, it gives you a fear, but the dead itself is no fear.
No fear at all.
because he's found a way to turn that into something that he just sees as a job. That's why he's able to do it. I couldn't imagine ever being to that temperament of that just being a job. Me knowing and seeing a living human being, and then they're not living anymore. That shit will mess my head up.
Do you think that these fears are associated with death, and you're just so common, or you're familiar with death, so death itself doesn't scare you, but the things that come with it turns into a fear?
Probably so, just because I think I've had time to actually, I really wouldn't say you had time to deal with it, because when they teach you how to process this, they implant that shit in your head. They're they're dead. They're not alive no more. They're just bodies. So you need to process this. You need to learn it. The family's looking for you for support. So you got to channel And everything that you feeling, you need to throw that shit in the back of your head, and you need to basically think now. You can deal with your emotions and your feelings later.
Yeah.
So I think I've had time to actually.
I don't know how y'all are able to do this kind of work. And let's go back to a picture of this brother, because number one, right? You have to be a certain kind of mentally strong individual to deal with this kind of work, bro. I've had anxiety and shit since I was a child, bro. I could never do this kind of work. I know my limitation. You feel me? There was one time when I was I think I was 14, right? We was in the hood, we playing around and shit. And I remember we was hooping, and we kept getting like this foul odor. Like we kept getting like this foul odor, bro. We thinking it's somebody garbage. We kept getting like this foul odor. Like if you smell what I'm about to explain, you understand what I'm saying. Hot summer day, and we kept getting like this foul odor. We like, yo, bro, what is that? You know, and every once in a while, because we have a beer factory in the city, every once in a while, you know, being that we was around that area, you would get like the beer factory smell, then the water treatment, the water plant smell, the treatment plant, you'll get that too. So every once in a while, but this was a different kind of smell. I'm telling you, bro, that shit was pungent, and it was like you could taste it. So you're like, man, like, what is that smell? I don't know, somebody garbage or something. Like, yo, that shit stink. Like, yo, so we thinking like it's just a garbage, right? We go, and we had like we ended up taking like a little break or whatever. And so I don't know if you ever seen somebody where they have them second story back porches, not the back porch that's on the ground, but it's like second story, but it's a second story back porch, right? So we go up there, we take the stairs, we go up there or whatever, and we eating the juleps, and we just, yo, that smell just kept hitting, bro. It kept hitting. That smell kept hitting, bro. And I'm like, dog, what is that? You feel me? Like, man, that's somebody garbage or whatever. And the one dude, he was standing looking the other way, and he was looking like downward. He was like, yo, he said, yo, I see somebody feet over there in the bushes. So we look like, man, that's some shoes. But you could see a silhouette of the leg, but it was like some of the grass had overgrown over it and kind of fell over. I feel like, man, that's somebody's shoes and shit, man. You know, mine ain't there. Mine is not there. Smell hitting though. We like, damn, this shit booming. So now we trying to go find out what the smell is. We go down there. So first thing we do is we go and try to check to see, you know, whose shoes is these. We get up close, bro. It's dead body, dog. I wish to this day I never seen that shit. That's why, too, you know, people get offended now when I say I don't do funerals, bro. I can't deal with that shit. My brain cannot mentally process that. Like, it's hard to explain. I've been to more funerals than I should have, right? But I can't process the fact that a person that lives and breathes and talks and has feelings and loved ones just like you and I is just not here anymore. My brain is numb to it now. Like, it's like I've stopped trying to figure it out. My best thing is I try not to think about it. So I salute people, like I said, like doctors and nurses, CNAs that gotta wipe people's behinds and change their diapers, morticians, people that come and clean up dead bodies like him. You know what I'm saying? Firefighters, people that actually have to deal with no life in individuals and things that used to live. I don't know how y'all do it. I don't know how farmers deal with all the cow shit. That's too much for me. I don't even like picking up after my dog, but I do. You feel me? But That's a crazy story. Could you imagine a dead body blowing up in your face, bro? Oh. And it's crazy how the human mind can adapt so easily to something, but also reflect that onto something else. As he said, he don't like rotten fruit or anything like that. Me, I wouldn't be able to eat or do anything else for the next few days until I can get that vivid image out of my head. So if you do this kind of a job, I salute you and I thank you, because I can't do it. I know I can't do it. I can't do it, bro. That's just crazy to me that at the end of the day, we're all just pieces of meat on this bitch. Yo, if I had to process, and I say this all the time, if I had to process and like if I had to process chickens from their live to death, if I had to do any of that, I'll be vegan, bro, 100%. Like I can't do it. I can't do it. I value life too much in every single thing. I just can't. Call me weak on that aspect if you want. Say what you want, but I can't do that shit, bro. And I'm thankful that there's people that can, because it's not happening. And I think though, going back to it, when we found that body, that shit still resonate with me every single time I see something deceased. I can't get it out of my head. Morticians, what do you call those people that they do the cremations for people's bodies? I don't know how y'all do that shit, man. That's crazy. That's a crazy story. Let me know if y'all got any stories like this, man, or you know anybody that have any jobs or something like this. But this is wild work, bro. Ayobastle TV, like, comment, share. I'm gonna see y'all in the next one. Peace.